Did you ever do that? I never do that.
Yeah, we don't roll like that, yo.
I mean, what do you need to do that for? I mean, never ever even considered looking shit up.
Nope.
I mean, just in general, it's just not something I do. Ain't no fact checking. Why would we do that? Ain't no fact checking. Oh yeah, we always go raw dog without a bag. Ain't no fact checking. I just want to know where your loaf is. Where the loaf at? Ain't no check it. All right. Well, you asked for it, and we're giving it to you. Rough, rugged, and raw. Mm-hmm. The I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast coming live and direct. We're doing it from the Gloom Tomb. We're doing it for the cruise. We want to give a special shout out at the top of this episode. I'll let Mr. Moody give this special shout out
to the great officers of the NYPD.
Why don't you tell them what happened, Moody? Let's tell them the full story.
Well,
I think the people would appreciate. First, we're going to give it before we tell them to the story. With all sincerity, New York City finest police officers, firemen that are out in the streets that we see all the time here in New York, working their asses off to take care of the city, to protect and serve all of us here in New York. Special, sincere shout out. You guys take a lot of shit. I think you're underappreciated, a lot of bad press and all that stuff. I just want to specifically shout out all of you from the bottom of my heart. I know if the shit hits the fan, the first people we're going to call is you. And I love all the New York City policemen and firemen. Always treat me fantastic. Always just nice, friendly. And so this episode, special, sincere shout out to them. Mr. Moody was in a little bind.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get into it. We can't. You gotta pause. We can't
what? We can't get into it.
You can't tell that story.
We could tell like a version of the story. I got into a little. Me and G were out in Corona, Queens, at the Lemon Icy King of Corona.
Yes.
Great place, world famous Lemon Icing King of Corona.
Yeah.
I was there I got there in an Uber with my son and Monetti's daughter.
Right.
The beautiful Baba.
Imani.
And you got pulled over.
I got pulled over for
what?
Signal.
And it turns out you had some back tickets.
Yeah.
Anyway, he fucking calls me because they were going to take his ass away.
Yeah.
I start running because he's about 10 blocks away. And if you've never seen me run, it's a feat. I almost got bit by some fucking little chihuahua.
Right.
That I swear I almost punted that little bastard.
Yeah, you gotta kick them dogs. Some of them dogs.
Little fuck.
Yeah.
This guy had it on one of those, like, he got it on a leash, but it's a 7-foot leash. It's like one of those leashes that could run like 7 feet in front of you. So what's the point?
Right.
The little fuck tried to get me. Fortunately, the cops, we had just seen them about a week and a half ago at a public venue. They were very, very, very nice. I said, you cannot let my man get taken to jail and in handcuffs in front of his daughter.
Word.
They were like totally cool and let my man slide. I'm hoping that Monetti takes care of his outstanding tickets.
For sure.
Because we wouldn't have been able to do this actual that was earlier today.
Yeah.
This actual podcast would not be taking place. But aside from that, sincere shout out and appreciation to all of New York City's emergency service people and all those guys.
Firemen, definitely.
Tonight in Los Angeles, April 1st, True Romance, everything. It's going down. After party. It's totally sold out, but there are VIP tickets. If you have any questions about True Romance that you want to get answered on the next podcast that I'm doing, send it in. IamRapaport.com. We're taking emails. We're doing live questions. There's giveaways. There's free shit. Everybody in Los Angeles area, come through. It's going to be a good night, a fun night at the Crestwood Theater in Westwood, California. Man, I don't even know where to start this puppy.
Oh, man.
I don't even know where to start this puppy.
Really?
I mean, let's just jump right in it with this D'Angelo Russell and Nick Young. I don't call him fucking Swaggy P.
Yeah.
That's the first problem. I don't acknowledge you as Swaggy P.
Right. You got to earn nicknames, man.
You can't name yourself Swaggy P, and it's like a subliminal nickname. Like your name's Nick Young, but what's the P? I don't give a shit.
The word.
You ain't that good. You clown around. He's apparently was, I don't know if he still is, engaged to Iggy Azalea, and we all know the story. D'Angelo Russell, who I think is 19 or 20. Recorded him saying so. I couldn't. Did you see the recording? I couldn't tell what they were talking about anyway. I would have been like, yo, that first of all, that's not me.
Right.
Because you couldn't see who it was. That's right off the top. I would have been like, that ain't me.
Right. That's right.
If I was D'Angelo Russell, I'd been like, that ain't me either. And this whole day, I'd been like, that ain't us.
Yeah. Deny.
Yeah, because I could. If you didn't know who that was, if you weren't told who that was, you couldn't tell who that was.
Right.
And I couldn't really understand him. But through all the buzzing and background noise, I guess Nick Swaggy P, Nick Young, admitted to cheating on his chick, Iggy Azalea. I think this whole thing was set up because they're plotting to do a reality show.
Maybe.
That's how you do shit now. You do this, and then now like Swaggy P and Iggy get back together. E Entertainment presents. That's how shit. He's like, yo, we don't want to do the Kim and Ray J.
Seacrest got his hand in this.
Yeah.
He set this whole shit up.
Right. And then D'Angelo Russell will be on there and blah, 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 blah.
Right. Yeah, man.
But the first question I have about this whole thing is, because I saw this term come up, is dry snitching. So I guess there's different versions of snitching. There's snitching.
Right.
Dry snitching. And then, is it wet snitching?
I've never heard that term, sir.
But you heard the term dry snitching?
Yeah.
Do you know what that means?
I gather it's you're telling without being solicited, without anyone asking you anything. You're telling on someone.
So it's like double jeopardy snitching.
That's what I think. I don't know the exact term.
I don't know where that come from.
It sounds good though.
Dry snitching.
It has
so
to be
apparently that's what D'Angelo Russell did. He dry snitched.
Yep.
And it's turned the Lakers even more upside down. And then I had somebody ask me, "Don't you feel bad for what's going on for the Lakers?" I don't give a shit.
I feel bad.
I'm a Knicks fan. Do I feel bad?
Word.
These fucking guys got banners. They piss on banners, rings, trophies. You think you're gonna get some sympathy from us? We haven't won shit in years. You got a little fucking controversy. Don't come to me for any sympathy. I don't give a shit.
Word. That's what you get.
That's what you get.
Yeah. Little young cats, man.
You got these guys here with bad haircuts, bad nicknames, and bad fashion.
For sure.
Representing your team. That's the problem right off the top.
Romper room,
Sesame Street ass dudes.
D Fish, one of their alumni.
Yeah. D Fish.
Right?
Yo. He was doing that craziness too.
Staining the Laker lore.
And Iggy Azalea, you have an NBA quote unquote star. This guy's not a star.
No.
Nick Young. But the thing is like, you got a young NBA fiance.
Right.
Do you really, as much as she probably travels, as much as you really, really, really think that he's not freaking off on the side?
Word.
Iggy? Are you surprised that he was freaking off on the side? And I'm not dry snitching or wet snitching on him now. I'm just saying, like, did you really think that it was all kosher and copacetic? Sincerely.
Right.
So I don't know what's going to happen to him in his relationship, but I know the Lakers they're all spun around. And, they've had their glory years. They had the Magic years. They had the Magic and Kareem years, the Silk Wilkes, the Norm Nixons, all that shit. James Worthy.
Three-peat with Shaq and Kobe.
Shaq and Kobe, and then Kobe and Kobe.
Word.
You don't get nothing from me, man.
Yeah.
Sympathy. And Kobe must be like, damn, thank God I announced retirement. Imagine having to come back next season with these bums.
Yeah, that's it.
These guys are crazy.
Speaking of NBA girls, I seen Chloe on an interview.
Oh yeah, on her show. It wasn't an interview. It was on her show. It was on her show. Cocktails with a K with Chloe,
and it was in the newspapers today. And Pauly Shore asked her, like, you see? She said, "I've never seen a white penis."
She said she never seen a penis. My man, the Weasel, Pauly Shore, was on there. And he was talking about, I don't know how it got started, but he was basically saying, like, you know, you only sleep with black dudes, and
right.
you know, and then he was talking about the Fraser twins. If you don't know who the Fraser twins are,
right.
Those are the two short black girls that are friends with Khloe and the Kardashians. We call them the Fraser twins.
That's right.
Because without all the makeup
and the wigs, we
imagine that they probably look like Joe Frazier and or Marvis Frazier. So we call them the Fraser twins. And they were like, yeah, and then Chloe said, you know, about she's always over sexualized.
Yep.
She acts like she's got some sort of diamonds in her snapper, and she said, I've never even seen
saw one.
I've never saw a white penis, and Paulie missed the opportunity, because what he should have did was said, a word, and he should have right there stood up and unfolded the loaf.
Word. Ta-da!
Yeah, because you're talking, Chloe, like you're like Miss Sexual and like trying to intimidate my man, the Weezer. He should have unfolded the loaf.
And we get it. You're cuckoo for Cocoa Cocks. We get it. Rapaport, go get her.
This would have been a perfect time if things weren't the way they are for the Gringo Mandingo to come in. Because I would have started with the shirt. I would have peeled that off.
That's right.
She'd have seen the physique.
Give it to her.
And then it would have just been one thing after another. And then I'd have unfolded the loaf. And I'd have put it on the table like.
And why we got to hear all that?
Yeah, if you're so sexual and you're so dope and like your sexuality is so prominent, why every dude
bounces?
Because no, they don't bounce. They cheat on her. If you're
that fly, yeah.
If you're that fly, if your fuck style is so buck wild,
right,
and you're so like, you know, free with your sexuality, and you think you're so tight with it, and no pun intended,
right? And you're like a connoisseur of Cocoa Cocks.
Yeah, you're a connoisseur of
Cocoa Cocks.
If that's it, why do all these dudes are they going in the streets?
Right.
And they're not going in the streets getting high quality. They're taking anything they can. So basically, you don't know how to keep. Oh, she's in the gym with my body.
Yeah, all that.
Revenge body.
Revenge.
If you're so dope, why are all these dudes straying?
Word.
You try to stay like giggling at my man, the Wheeze. The Wheeze should have said, yo, word?
Yeah.
I'm going to show you something right now.
Right.
Cut the cameras off.
Leave them shits on.
And just, he should have unfolded the Lizzle.
Virtual porn. Virtual reality. They got that now too, right?
Oh yeah, virtual.
That's going to be something.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not into
that, but man, I got to see it one time.
And just so you know, I mean, listen, these broads, you want to put yourself out there week after week, then we're going to comment on you week after week.
Right. Yeah.
You may or may not be listening to the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast, but a lot of people are.
That's right. And they're going to tell you.
And if you don't know who I am, they call me, we didn't even introduce ourselves.
Okay.
My name is Michael Rapaport.
I'm G Moody.
I go by the name the Gringo Mandingo.
I go by the name G Monetti, a.k.a. the Black Ed McMahon.
I also go by the a.k.a. the White Arsenio Hall. Some also call me Mr. White Folk.
The Disco 2.
The Gruesome Tucson.
Malachi Brothers.
And so on and so on. Sorry for not introducing ourselves. But I want to say this to all the fans. The numbers are growing and growing and growing and growing each week. And we truly, sincerely appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I was just with Moody on the streets of New York. He's getting recognized walking down the streets of New York. My father, Disco Dave, was like, why the fuck are they talking to you, Monetti? And I said, G Monetti is a podcast star.
Unbelievable. But great.
2015 podcast co-host of the year,
Word.
Gerald Moody. Luckily, he didn't spend the weekend in jail this weekend. Luckily, those cops were so
NYPD,
nice.
man, you get salutations.
And appreciations. I don't know what you're talking, salutations. Salute.
And appreciation.
Yes. You know what I got to tell you? There's a certain amount of customer service. There's a certain customer service disposition that you only can get in New York. You either get really nice, friendly, straightforward, direct, sincere, good New York customer service here.
Right.
Or you get a certain specific suck my dick customer service quality here in New York. And you'll find it in places you're not used to getting that at. You could get a Starbucks served to you and the person who's serving it to you, they won't make a big thing about it, but they're looking at you like the last fucking thing
They were.
I want to be doing.
Right.
No matter how nice, no matter how polite, regardless of the fact that I put a $5 tip in the fucking thing. They're giving me the eyeballs. Suck my dick, man.
Yeah.
But it doesn't get any better unless if you go into a Dwayne Reed or a D'Agostino's in New York City, you will witness a specific kind of suck my dick customer service.
Damn.
They are vicious.
Really?
Mean. Rough and tumble.
Really?
No matter how nice, no matter how polite, no matter how sweet you present yourself.
Damn.
You walk in there, you need to be ready to like almost fight. But it's not a loud thing. It's just like when they make eye contact with you, it's a certain je ne sais quoi. So shout out to all the customer service people in New York. The good, the bad, and the in-between. And it's not all of them. It's not all of them.
Right.
And it's not all Starbucks. 'Cause I got my local Starbucks in New York City, and they're fantastic. But if you just pop into a random one, you don't know what you might get in there.
Some hipster shit came out, man. They come out with new shit now.
What is it?
They got something called victimless leather.
What is that?
You know how they don't want to kill animals now, right? So victimless.
What, they give you the actual whole cow?
No, they make leather. They're trying to make leather jackets from the cultures, the cell cultures. They're trying to grow so they don't have to kill the cow. And I'm like, yo, y'all wasting time, yo.
Well, yeah, you know what?
What are those animals on Earth for?
They should have them. They should let them free and have them walk all around Williamsburg,
Right.
and Seattle and Minnesota and Silver Lake, where the hipsters are, and you take care of them.
Right. What are they for? What did the Creator put these things on this earth for?
Right. It's called victimless. So
Victimless leather. They scrape the cells and try to grow a leather jacket, and they succeeded. It was the size it could fit on a mouse. The jacket.
yeah, right. That's not going to work. We've talked about it, and I'm sure these guys are good, and I'm sure this play is something interesting. But Hamilton, the play that everybody's going wacky about,
Yeah.
the buzzed about musical, had a casting call because they're recasting and they're casting the traveling shows. They're opening Chicago, opening Seattle as a successful play should be. And I've read a lot about this, the person who created it, and he's very interesting, Dominican dude from the Bronx. But they put out a casting call, and it said, it's essential to the storytelling of Hamilton that the principal roles, which were written for non-white characters, be performed by non-white actors. So in the casting call, it said, we want everybody except for non-white actors. And I say to this, yo, my man.
Yo, Duke.
Duke, first of all, Mr. Hamilton, dude, check this shit out. Your ponytail game, that shit is whack. Number one. Number two, so you're saying that I can't get up there and spit those Sesame Street ABC 1, 2, 3 rhymes that you got in that show? I can't do. Oh, so Eminem can't get up there and spit some shit? There's not white MC. I'll get up there. You want to battle me?
It's not about MCing. That's what they're saying.
What is he saying? This is what I'm saying. Like, I get the white privilege and I get everything. I get the fucking Oscars so white. I get all of it. But this shit wouldn't fly it wouldn't fly. And I get it. But that would not fly to put those words out. To say non-white actors, like excluding specifically like that and thinking that that's okay. It's not okay, because if we want to move forward, if we want, equality across the board, it has to be across the board, because this just makes motherfuckers, it's just a natural instinct. It just makes motherfuckers tighten up. They should be like, no, well, fuck you, money.
Word.
First of all, I seen you rhyming at the White House and all that shit.
That shit was whack.
That shit was whack, Duke. Your rhyme flow is whack, Duke.
But he's not a rapper.
He says he's a rapper. He says that we want rappers. They don't even have to be actors. We want people who could rhyme.
That's what he said. Oh, that's
in
the casting.
thing.
Oh, damn. He thinks he's an MC.
Yeah, because he's up there going, a Scooby-Dooby-Dooby-Dooby-Doo. Why? White people come to Hamilton and they pay blah, blah.
Yeah.
It's so cool and it's groovy.
Sesame Street shit.
Sesame Street shit.
Yeah.
19, selling, Captain Crunch shit.
Yeah.
Your rhymes ain't dope, money.
Yeah. It's a play. You're not known for the rhyming, right? Yeah.
I'm not going to see your play, Duke. I ain't going to see your play until I get an audition to play that shit. I know I could spit better than you.
Yeah.
Mr. Freestyle, he's like, he could just freestyle. The White House, Obama, comma, drama, sama. They give him a call.
Yeah, come on, man. That shit is whack, man.
Non-white.
That's not, that's like, that ain't no, it's a hip, but he got it. It's up there. It's successful, right? It's rocking.
Enormously successful, and I think it's great. And I mean, the majority of me is just playing, but I don't like that. And I feel like in order to move forward, it has to be across the board.
Yeah.
It has to be across the board, because it just making other motherfuckers be like, well, fuck you.
Yeah, you
and
can't,
your ponytail.
Yeah, you can't post shit like that.
You can't post shit like that.
Right.
I don't see no rappers in there. None of them dudes are rappers. They're musical theater dudes and they sound like they're musical theater.
Of course.
It don't sound like KRS-One, Melly Mel. Get Melly Mel in the play. Why isn't Melly Mel starring in Broadway?
Why isn't he on Hamilton?
You love hip hop so much. Why isn't Melly Mel in Hamilton?
Kaz, where he at?
Grandmaster Kaz, can Grandmaster Kaz get a little spot in Hamilton? I'm sure he would love that paycheck.
Right.
Or why don't you get Curious George in there?
Yeah, the Latinos, right? Get them in there. Where they at? Yeah.
Where they at?
Where they at?
There's a lot of MCs. There's a lot of MC. Get real rappers in there. Get the Beatnuts in there. Get my man Junkyard Juju, Psycho Les.
Word.
Juju could star in that shit. Drez, he wants to act.
You in the Bronx. You from the Bronx.
Get Drez. He's in New York. There's so many rappers here in New York City. Why don't you get Busta Rhymes to star in that shit?
Word. Like real rappers that would
get
add
real
to it.
rappers so they could put a little oomph behind them whack ass rhymes that you're doing that shit.
Yeah.
So you don't want rappers, you want musical theater dudes that aren't really rappers.
Right.
Because that's not really rap music.
He's selling it as.
Yo. So this is the thing with this LeBron shit. Make your mind up, Duke. Make your mind up. Pick a fucking, make a decision. Everybody's gonna adhere to what you say. You sat out the game the other night because you wanted rest. Yet you couldn't keep your ass on the bench, LeBron. Do you want to coach the Cleveland Cavaliers? If you do, I'm sure you could audition and apply for the job. You got David Blatt shit canned, regardless of what you say, and Ty Lue and all.
Yeah.
But you decided to sit out the game the other day because you wanted rest. And instead of sitting out the game, it was almost as if you wasted your whole night of rest, jumping off the bench, showing people the setups, the formations, how to slide, how to turn. He was doing pivots on the bench.
How to slide.
J.R. Smith's coming off the court. T. Lue is talking to him. And then LeBron is talking to J.R. Smith at the same time, as if fucking J.R. Smith has the capability to hear one person at a time, let alone two people at a time. I have never, ever, even Magic, who is considered a coach on the court.
Never seen that.
I've never seen a player step over the bounds, step over the line like that. And they say, well, I'm not Magic. Okay, you're not. And that's why your career is not going to be like that.
Right.
You're a great, incredible talent.
No doubt.
You ask for this team, you ask for this coach, and then you disrespect him. When J.R. Smith comes over off the court and T. Lue is talking to him and you start talking to him, saying something totally different, what does that say to your respect for T. Lue? And he's like, well, no, me and T. Lue are cool. That's the problem.
Right.
That's the problem. They don't do that shit with Popovich, Phil Jackson.
You think you see one of the players standing behind Pop, yelling, barking out instructions.
And Kawhi Leonard would be, he'd fucking, like, he did, that would spend him into a mental spiral.
Yo, Ty Lue, man.
Ty Lue.
Tell Money, sit down. Call a timeout just for that. Say, listen, man, I'm the fucking coach, B.
Sit your ass down, Duke.
I don't give a fuck, man. You're not embarrassing me in this fucking stadium like that. Undermining my whole shit in front of the world. Sit down, Duke.
Sit your ass down. That's what he should have said. Yo, sit your, and pointing to the thing with hand gesture.
Right.
Yo, sit your ass down. Or, oh, you got this? And he should have went in the locker room, got butt ass, got into a jacuzzi, and watched the rest of the game from the thing. This guy running a circus down here. And the real deal is, this is why Pat Riley wasn't having this shit.
Right. Prima donna. Yo, Dan Gilbert needs to come down and say, yo, dude.
Yo, the fuck is you doing, man?
I pay you. Sit your ass down. I write your check. I'm the boss. I don't give a fuck if you on TV, commercials, the land. I don't give a shit. I sign your checks. And I don't like this optic of you coaching. It appears as if you're coaching. Sit your ass down, Duke.
Sit your ass down.
I'm the coach.
And you want to be like, oh, I'm not your slave. I didn't say you were my slave. You're my employee.
Right. I pay you.
And when you get your own team.
Right.
Because that little bullshit salary you get, your $100 million, that ain't shit to, like.
I got that shit in my
Dan
sock,
Gilbert,
B.
I got a building in downtown Detroit. I fucking piss $100 million out on a Saturday afternoon.
Right. You can't do what you want.
I don't care about your commercials and all that.
You can't do what you want.
I just fired Blatt for you. And you're up jopping around during the thing?
Right. Dan Gilbert, come down out that suite.
Sit the fuck down! I don't know. I can't call it. What else is popping, man?
Oh, man. Golden State, man, they're going to get that record. I want them to do it. Get it.
You know Michael Jordan is somewhere. He's
like punching walls, right?
And speaking of Michael Jordan, he's the only one who gave Pat Ewing a job. Pat Ewing put his he wants his name in the hat to be the coach of the New York Knicks.
They don't even consider him.
Fuck.
And they can't consider Mark Jackson because he might be outside the Felt Forum after the game with Creflo Dollar.
Shit.
Doing his little sermon.
Shit.
So they can't consider the New York guys because this guy burned his bridge, and Pat, they won't even fucking look at him.
Yeah, poor Pat.
It's like Pat never played for the Knicks.
Right.
He can't even be a fucking usher?
Something? Have some sort of job?
Word. Serbiak?
Right.
Serbiak is an employee of the Knicks. Has he ever played for the Knicks?
No. Oakley, Starks. We can't get somebody who, or at least sounds like they're from New York, that represents the team to do the commentating.
Give us Eddie Lee Wilkins. We'll be happy with that.
Glenn Gondrezick. Is he alive, Glenn Gondrezick?
I don't know.
Shit, man. Bring in Latrell. You know what the fans would love to have Latrell back in the Garden? Larry Johnson. I know he does stuff with the Knicks. I want to see his face more.
Right. It's family.
New York Knicks, man. So, you know this fucking guy, Trump. Right. Did you see the clip last night?
I
the other day?
I heard about that shit, man.
He was sitting down with some old school political news person, and he asked him about abortion.
Right.
And Trump, who's supposed to be such a badass and all that shit, the dude was pressing him. He basically said, if abortion, if you don't believe in abortion and abortion should be illegal, should people who get abortions be penalized? And Trump was trying to skirt around answering it. He was skirting around answering it. And finally he said those words, yes, it should be penalized.
Damn, punished.
Punished.
Yeah.
You should be punished for having an abortion because you're breaking the law, basically. That's what he was saying.
Right. Damn.
Yo, Trump, you ain't shit, man. You ain't shit.
Yeah,
you don't have the verbal skills, the political verbal skills. Even if you think that, you say some shit like that.
Right. To dance around, yeah.
You don't have the verbal skills to skate around it?
Obviously not.
How about we give you an abortion?
Word.
Trump. How about we abort you? What's wrong with this dude, man?
Yo, told you, bro.
You did say it. You were saying it from the beginning. You were saying it a little bit before the masses were saying it.
Yep.
And it's on the table, Trump. We have your political slogan that you want. You just, if he did that, I think this, if he said the political slogan, he owned it, he put it on TV, I think he could seriously win.
Yeah.
The political slogan, if we gave it to him for free of charge. We normally don't do that when we're asked to create political slogans.
Word.
Would you like to refresh some of the people's memory?
I hate the blacks and I hate the Hispanics, and you do too.
Vote for Donald Trump in 2016.
That's the sentiment.
It's the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. We're coming right back. All right, so the I Am Rapaport Podcast, and I am my man Moody. I love the Truey app, Trueey.
Best.
It's a great conversation starter. It's a great podcast segmenter. If you're on the train, you want to pick up a lady, open up the Truey app on your iPhone. Start a conversation. It asks a question, and then it gives an answer. It sort of takes a poll. Here's the first question for this week's Truey app segment. Have you ever been on a boat?
Yeah.
If I were to, you know that I'm really
Straight fishing.
I get seasick. Like every single time I've been on the boat, it's been disastrous.
Yeah.
The last time I was on a boat was with my friend, who we also need to get on the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast, John Singleton.
Ooh.
Director of Boys in the Hood and many other. Good friend, good dude, smart dude, encyclopedia of film knowledge.
American film.
He fancies himself some sort of fucking what is it called? You're not a pilot. You're a
what? With this ocean.
He thinks he's some kind of like fish boat guy.
He thinks he's a Robert Shaw.
Yeah, he ain't Robert Shaw. He had me on his boat. I was all messed up.
Yeah.
I want to get him on here and to talk about that. So I don't fuck with boats, but I've been on boats. Every time I get on a boat, it's a problem.
We're New York people. We don't fuck with shit like that.
Yeah, I don't.
Landlubber.
Yeah, I'm a landlubber. I'm not with all that. I have shot at someone before. 10% of the people on Truey have shot at somebody before.
Not me.
90% of the people haven't. So 10% of the people on the Truey app have shot a gun at somebody before.
Not me.
I've never shot at somebody before. I hope to God.
I don't have to.
But if you come in the house,
We'll tase your ass.
No, I got something for you. I got something for you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You know what that is? That's the buzz stick for your ass. All right? But I've never shot.
Yeah, we want you to live. We can have beef.
But I will give you the little buzzer.
I want you to live.
Is flirting considered cheating? Absolutely 100% not. 38% of the people agree.
Yeah.
62% of the people disagree.
Yeah.
Let
Flirting.
me tell you something. If you're in a healthy relationship, you still need to feel attractive,
Go out.
and converse and all stuff. You mean to each his own. Some people may not feel comfortable with that, but you have to live. You have to socialize. You have to wink. You have to flirting doesn't have to be like taking things too far. So I don't think flirting is cheating.
Cheating is when you
unfold the loaf
and insert
the loaf. But once you're at the point where you're unfolding the loaf, you're in a bad place in terms of the cheating world. So 62% of the people disagree with me. I know how to drive a car that has manual transmission. See, this is a question I don't really care to answer, but I guess some people don't know how to do that, though.
I don't.
I do.
Okay.
I do. My first car that I owned, my mom gave me was a Saab. I like that car.
I remember that Saab, boy.
And I lived in Hollywood. And it would get broken into weekly
on
the fucking reg. They would take my radio. This is when like radios were like they'd come in and out, and I remember the one thing that was heartbreaking. I'll never forget that they took out of my Saab out of what was it, 5826 Carlton Way.
Yes,
5826 Carlton Way. They took all my Brucey B, Kid Capri, and Rooftop tapes.
I remember you told me that. You called me.
That hurt bad.
Because that's hip hop history.
That hurt. That was a gut punch.
Remember you told me that.
They took my whole collection out of the car. Those motherfuckers. And I remember after I went to the car and my car, they took my radio and they took my whole collection of Brucey B, Kid Capri, who's the other one they used? The Star Child tapes.
Star Child.
Ron G tapes.
Yeah.
I had like it must have been like 64 tapes, like in the cassette thing that would hold it.
I remember.
And I was screaming, "You motherfuckers!
Yep.
You cocksuckers!" They fucking took my shit. That hurt me. But I had to answer the question of the Truey app segment of the week. Yes, I do know how to drive a manual transmission. No one would care about Chrissy Teigen's cookbook if she wasn't hot. I'm not answering that. Would you pay for a nude magazine of naked pictures of the hottest girls, guys you went to school with? Hell no. I don't even know I went to school.
Who gives a shit, yo?
Okay.
Yeah, just scroll.
Oh, here's an interesting question. It says, fuck ESPN. No, I totally don't agree.
No, I like ESPN.
I love ESPN.
Yes.
Without ESPN, I don't know what I would do 75% of my time while at home watching television.
Which is the point of the fucking channel.
So I don't agree with you on this.
Word.
Okay, here's the final question. I hate getting popcorn at the movie theater. You hate getting popcorn at the movie theater?
I love it.
What kind of people? 31% of the people hate getting popcorn at the movie theater.
Hipster, man. Hipster motherfuckers take it.
They bring it in a paper bag. They're like, this is organic.
Yeah.
And it's with
gluten-free, dude.
Gluten-free butter, and it wasn't pasteurized.
You, yeah.
Yo, you're at the movie theater. It's supposed to be buttery, warm. If you're in New York, the person who serves it to you is supposed to have an attitude. Red Vines and Twizzlers, East Coast, West Coast, there's a difference.
Yeah.
You know that, right? Red Vines and Twizzlers.
Oh, what?
What do they sell at the theaters in New York? Red Vines or Twizzlers?
Twizzlers.
In LA, they only sell Red Vines.
Oh, word?
It's a weird thing, and it's just they're similar things, but it's like Coke and Pepsi.
Oh my God.
Last question. I'm doing a bonus question. Comedians should never have to apologize for a joke. Agree.
I agree.
77% of the people agree. 23% of the people disagree. This is a good point, and this is a great question. This is why I love the Truey app. Like our incident with Hannibal Buress.
That's right.
Just like he didn't apologize for his joke and his bit about Bill Cosby being a rapist, we didn't apologize to Hannibal Buress.
About being a snitch ass motherfucker.
AKA the Henry Hill of comedy. Right. Now it was meant in jest. Comedy. Okay? And he's a world-class comedian.
That's right.
So I don't agree. Now, especially if your intention is to be funny. So yeah, a joke
needs no apology.
I agree. That's why I like the Truey app. You could download it on your iPhone, Trueey. It's instead of playing Twister,
all that sucker shit.
get the Chewy app. It's a great conversation starter. It's great for parties. I really enjoy it. So I was at a friend's house the other day.
Right.
Doing something serious. I walk in, there's a bunch of people. It was like sort of a get-together. And one of the people that was sort of working on the house was like, as soon as I walk in, I have bags in my hands and my jacket on, and it's New York City. Mm-hmm. Guy says to me, Michael Rapaport, I haven't seen you in like 30 years. I'll give you 3 guesses to who I am. I'm like, who is you? If I need to guess who you are.
Who you is?
Who? Right. And then I'm like, well, he's like, 3 guesses. I go, I don't know. Because I'm not going to explain why I was there and what was going on, but it was my mind was elsewhere. Right. Yo, you don't know who I am? I have no fucking clue.
Who is this?
Guess 3 times. I'm not guessing 3 times, man. I got fucking shit in my... Why don't you take the shit out of my hands and reintroduce yourself to me.
Like a class.
Like a normal person.
Class.
Not even class. Like a fucking normal person. And he goes, I was in this school, that school, and this school with you. I go, I didn't go to those schools. I was in the 5th grade with this guy. I haven't seen this fucking guy in the 5th grade. Now in the 5th grade, he wasn't 5'4", 40 pounds overweight and bald. So I don't know, I haven't seen this guy. And he's going on and on. Like, you don't remember being at so-and-so's bar mitzvah? No. You spilt the drink at the bar mitzvah. Okay, I don't give a fuck. I wasn't even at the fucking bar mitzvah. I've only been at 2 bar mitzvahs my whole life, and one of them was my brother, Professor Rapaport.
E, what up?
Anyway, it went on and on and on and on. This guy wouldn't stop. And the reason why I didn't go, hey, fuck off, asshole, is because of where I was and just the circumstances. But if I haven't seen you in over 30 years, and you go, you don't recognize me. No, you haven't grown. You're bald. You got on a fucking a bendy Yankee hat. Like it's not fitted, like the kind with the strap, in the back. I call those bendies. My kids invented that.
Jesus.
And you won't. Why don't you just say, hey, Mike, da 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 da. I was in the 5th grade with you. I'm so and so.
Peace.
And keep it moving.
And keep it moving.
To anybody. It's not like to anybody. And I wasn't in the 9th grade with you. I wasn't in the 8th grade with you. I wasn't in the 7th grade with you. Shut your mouth, short shit.
Word. Celebrity etiquette.
It's not even celebrity. It could happen to anybody.
But motherfucker ain't gonna come up to me on some sucker shit like, yo, but for you, he's gonna do that because he saw you in movies.
And I love when anybody approaches me. I am so appreciative when anybody approaches me.
But it's different if a motherfucker
He's like
from around your way.
He's attacking me.
He's from around your way.
Yeah.
He hasn't seen you in 30 years.
Over 30 years.
But
why are you attacking me? I don't recognize you.
I'm going to tell you why.
You look like shit. You haven't aged well.
I'm going to tell you why.
You were a cute kid in the 6th grade.
Right. Because...
But now you look like shit. I should have said that. I should have said, the first thing I should have said, I'm sorry, I don't know who you are. You haven't aged well. You look like shit. And why don't you go in the bathroom and freshen yourself up? Because for some reason, although it's winter and we're in a cool environment, you're sweating. That's what I should have said. It was very very uncomfortable.
Wash your ass.
Yeah, just go freshen up. Maybe if you stop sweating and take that fucking weird hat off, I'd maybe be able to figure it out. I don't know what to tell you, Moody.
Man. What do you say?
Oh,
I had something to tell you, my friend.
Like my man Fife Diggy, he got something to say?
Yes.
I like them brown, yellow, Puerto Rican, and Haitian. The name is Fife Dog. I'm from the Zulu Nation. I told you in the jam that we can get down. Now let's knock the boots like that Group H town. You got BBD all on your bedroom wall. but I'm above the rim, and this is how we ball. What do you have to say?
I hope they suspend Tom Brady. We talked about this shit last year.
We the episode. What's the episode? The Brady Bash and the we're gonna break your fucking face. Which episodes are these?
These are I don't know the numbers, but we did them. We did them, and
that's why I'm sort of talked out on Brady, because when we did the break his fucking face episode, all dedicated to Captain America, when we demanded that he hand in his shield.
Now Roger Goodell is saying just what we're saying.
He wants to break his fucking face.
He
also
will be suspended for 3 or 4 games. Watch.
You're gonna keep going on about the footballs. Even I'm like, get over it. Let's move forward, man.
He did it.
He did what? I don't care anymore.
Now.
I really don't care anymore. And I've said everything I need to say in the Brady Bash episode. Here's a little clip from the Brady Bash episode.
Boom.
This podcast should be called An American Boy, American Beauty, or There Will Be Blood.
Word.
What do you think it should be called? I think it should be called There Will Be Blood.
There will be blood.
Because, Tom, we're going to fuck you. Yeah. We're going to fuck you, man.
Yeah.
You've really fucked up.
Yeah.
Deflating these nuts.
You got to get it.
And you're competitive. And you and Belichick, the Great Wall of Patriots, you know, like they don't say anything behind the Patriot walls.
The Patriot way. Now, Rap, we got RG3.
He's in Cleveland. I hope to goodness when he goes to Cleveland.
They took the white girls from him too now.
What?
It was a stipulation of the contract. Where they said, Hugh Jackson said, you're not coming here with no white girls now.
But that's in his contract. That's unprecedented, huh?
Hugh Jackson said, look here now. You're not coming here with no white girls.
He wants to keep them focused.
Keep yourself focused.
Right. And it's time to cut the braids or flip them back. Flip them back.
No, we don't want them back because you could turn into Lester Hall.
No.
What do you mean?
No. You know how he has the braids hanging? They look like
little fucking little
like little strings.
Little Beatles.
He looks like yeah.
Go.
RG3. Let's start anew. Let's clean slate it. I believe in you. I want him to do well. I like RG3.
Right.
There's no reason why RG3 shouldn't be a productive quarterback, and there's no reason if they give all these other quarterbacks chance after chance. If he's healthy, he should be good. But we're moving to Cleveland, new hairdo, new chicks, new start.
Right.
You need to get rid of those braids
cut your shit.
Either just cut your shit.
Cut your shit.
Cut your shit. Don't even, because I was gonna say like have him back, you know, like have him like down, like that. Iverson, full Iverson.
Fuck that. We didn't say shit. Full Iverson with him.
Cut your shit.
Cut your shit. And Hugh Jackson said no white bra.
Who's Hugh Jackson?
It's the coach
of the Cavaliers.
He got of Cleveland. Hugh Jackson has a policy
that his
no white women.
Listen,
for black quarterback.
That's
not because he hates the white women.
No,
it's because he knows
right
how you view them. And you don't need to be around them no kind of way. Right or wrong, Rap?
I hear you. I want him to do well. I like RG3. I think they did him greasy.
That's right.
They did him greasy in Washington. I don't like that. I felt for him. Mike Shanahan, is that his name? Shanahan?
Yeah,
was the coach?
Shanahan fucked him.
Shanahan was like, you could go out there and play. The guy's like, his legs falling off. A part of his heel was like it detached from his leg and his foot.
I call Shanahan a no good slave master. Run.
Yeah, you're good.
Get the cotton. Bale of cotton.
Yeah.
Get it.
Ran this guy into the ground. Was his rookie season?
Yep.
Man.
Turn him out.
If they're going to give Tim Tebow extra chances and Johnny fucking Football extra chances and all the legions and legions of other quarterbacks, this guy has the talent. He's good to go.
Johnny Manziel beat his girl to the point.
He makes videos popping shit, smoking weed, drinking, and get him out of the league.
Yo.
RG3's a good guy. He just got a bad haircut.
RG3 ain't never been slapping no white chick.
He's fine. I like RG3, man. He's just fine. I want him to do good for himself, man.
Well, what you got, man?
I got a lot of mo. Like in the immortal words
of Lawrence T. Rowe,
a.k.a. Mr. T, I got a lot of mo. You know, a lot of people are talking about, everybody likes to protest for everything now. Bunch of fake freedom fighters, hashtaggers. The FBI, thank God, finally figured out how to get in the phone of the San Bernardino shooters. And the Apple didn't want to open it because of rights. These people, they don't have no rights. And they're like, oh, this is a bigger issue. No, it isn't.
Word.
We know what these people did.
Yeah, the law.
We know why they did it. The laws don't apply to them.
Yeah. If you do,
the Apple guy, the fake Steve Jobs guy is up there.
Tim Cook.
Hey,
tight ass jeans.
Yeah, he's trying to wait. Listen, the Steve Jobs, the look, the jeans and the tucked in shirt. First of all, the tucked in shirt doesn't work on anybody anymore.
Tim Jobs. Yeah.
Tim Cook. You don't look good in the jeans, the Steve Jobs outfit.
Yeah.
Come up with a new outfit.
Word.
You look like shit.
Yeah.
And he's up there like, oh, we'll stand by this, and this is a blah, 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 blah.
Yo, shut up, dude.
Tim Cook, this is the first time we're doing this new segment, and it's called
Sucker Shit.
Tim Cook from Apple, that is some
sucker shit.
All right? Open the phone. The FBI is like, yo, they got to wait all this time.
Yeah. Just open it, man.
Who knows what kind of information is in that phone?
Yeah.
Or not. The rules don't apply to these people in San Bernardino. The rules don't apply to people that kill innocent people.
The law, doesn't apply.
So Tim Cook, you need to get off that.
Sucker shit.
That's good, G. I really like the way you say sucker shit. Cat Williams he's wild for the night.
Yo, I want to say a heartfelt thing to Cat Williams. No disrespect to my man, but yo, you wildin', and we want you to get some help because that is not normal behavior, and we know you are under a big time narcotics. You have to be.
He's on that.
Because you weren't doing that 3 years ago.
Nah.
You were doing your shows, making your grip.
Right.
Right?
This
doing
guy's
your shit.
funny
He's
and talented.
Funny, a great comedian.
Real funny.
One of the greatest.
Yeah. Now you're on that ooh-wee.
Yeah. It's
that Jerome.
It
that Maurice.
It has to be ooh-wee to where you're acting unusual.
Fighting little kids.
Snuffing little kids.
And all the other things.
And the reason why Money really didn't whip your ass.
Because he was going to choke him out.
He choked you out because he's a professional wrestler.
Well, he's not professional. He's like a high school wrestler kid, right?
But if he know the techniques,
he
you're
had
a professional wrestler.
He had him.
And he let up on you because he could have choked your ass out.
Right.
So from all, I speak for Red Fox, Godfrey Cambridge, all the comedians, Eddie Murphy, please get yourself some help.
Get off of that ooh-wee.
The ooh-wee is going to have your ass turn up in the obituary.
Mm-hmm. Or locked up, and you're not going to be doing that shit when you're locked up. Well, he'll sober up in there.
You're going to get your ass gaped.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh? What are they going to do?
Gape.
Ugh. Jesus. Huh. I don't know. The I Am Rapaport podcast is sponsored by Casper Mattresses. Casper.com. It's an award-winning sleep startup. Go to Casper.com. $50 off purchase of any size mattress.
Damn.
Put in the code Rapaport, R-A-P-A-P-O-R-T. Casper Mattress in New York City. You could keep the bed for 100 nights. You could get your freak on for 100 nights. If you do not like the bed after 100 nights, you can return the mattress within 100 days. That's a guarantee. The bed will be delivered between 2 to 5 days anywhere in the United States and Canada. Same day delivery in New York City. We do not plug, we do not support, we do not take sponsorship from anything we have not tried and we are not passionate about 450%. I don't know what Caitlyn Jenner, what this person's agenda is. The never-ending narcissism. I've watched all episodes of that show, and I am a reality show. I'm the bottom of the barrel.
And I watch IMK2, and I come away from that disliking Bruce Jenner, who I used to like. So, what do you got to say, bro?
Caitlyn's gonna participate in a women's golf tournament.
And she,
Is that fair? Is that fair? That I mean, okay, it's fun. You can participate, but do you tee off from the women's tee or the men's tee?
oh, she gonna hit that shit. Oh, Bruce gonna hit that shit 500 yards, cause he's a man.
It's just like the whole thing with transgender. Like there's a transgender MMA fighter in the women's thing, and the
What?
women are like, I've never been hit like that before in my life.
If you fight one of them transgender motherfuckers,
You're fighting a dude.
you fighting a dude and he can whip your ass.
I wouldn't fight one.
I wouldn't fight one of them transgender motherfuckers unless I'm drunk. Unless I'm drunk, because I got Bill Bixby type strength. If I'm drunk fighting a transgender,
You don't have the strength. You have the
that this motherfucker ain't kicking my ass.
You have the pain. You can tolerate more pain when you're
Right,
drunk.
right.
Doesn't make you stronger.
Right. A transgender. Let's keep it real. He has man strength. He don't need to be hitting a golf ball with other women, cause he gonna hit it further than them.
Right.
So how is he representing women? This motherfucker hitting it 5 football fields.
Right.
Right?
I hear you.
What woman could hit a golf ball 5 football field? Bruce is a sucker, man.
What do you mean?
Bruce is trying.
Caitlyn.
Kate, what Mama J call him? What Mama J said? Mama J said, I don't care what they said. His name is Bruce. So I'm going with the person who birthed this motherfucker, rap. She call him Bruce?
Dave Chappelle was out making some Caitlyn jokes, and Kylie Jenner was in the audience, and she got upset.
That's a pops, right?
Kylie Jenner, yeah.
How you gonna get upset?
Yeah, everywhere you go.
Get upset at him.
Right.
For putting you in this situation where you have to get upset.
Right.
See?
I hear you.
Sucker shit.
What do you
man.
think these things are? This guy's gonna be this woman.
We gonna
It's
talk
always gonna
about
be, yeah, but also because her personality. It's not so much now about the transgender. It's not even about that.
We don't give a fuck about that. We saw that our whole lives.
Again, we're from New York City. I've seen this over and over. This is nothing new. The world it's new to a lot of people. We grew up in New York City in the 70s and 80s. We were walking around Times Square 12, 13, 14, 15 when it was crazy out there. Walking around the East Village, walking around Manhattan, the city. This is nothing new. It's Caitlyn. It's you. It's your personality. It's the narcissism. It's the need for attention and the starvation, the never ending. It doesn't stop. And also, I want to say something else. This is a total segue. Matt Berry, you fuck, was on the Howard Stern show, the wrap-up show, talking greasy.
A word?
I'm gonna fucking get you.
About you?
He was how we talk, but then my phone got cut off. He was popping shit.
Oh.
So now
you in the crosshairs.
Now I'm gonna get you.
Now you in the crosshairs.
Now you're in the crosshairs. Because you're kind of dipping in, like, I don't like your tone. Butterface Berry. I'm gonna get you, you fuck. I'm gonna get you in a way you never thought you were gonna get got. And And you fuck, I'm better at fantasy football than you are. You paid $5,000 to a fucking cat and dog charity. You dog face you.
Dog face fuck.
You dog face fuck. His voice, the tone of Matthew Berry's voice, Matt Berry. It sounds like he's got a kazoo shoved up his ass.
Word.
The guy wrote the sequel to what's that movie? The Crocodile Dundee. He didn't even write the original.
Crocodile.
And you're popping shit about me. And because he's mad because he's hearing the podcast. So yeah. You think I would sit through a fucking Matthew Berry podcast if my life depended on it? Hell no.
Tell him, right?
So now I got to get you. So come next fantasy football season, I challenge you to 5-on-5. You get your 5, I get my 5. Non-professionals. We accumulated score. We fuck you down in your own sport. Something you brought to the public, and now I have to pull the knowledge out.
Shit on him, son.
To show you don't know anything other than what we could see on the internet.
Word.
There's 100 fantasy gurus, but there's only one gringo mandingo.
That's for
you
sure.
Fuck you.
That's for sure. That's right. Get in his ass.
There's all sorts of fantasy gurus.
Yeah, it's all kind of weirdos.
Men, women, children.
Yeah.
But there ain't that many gringo mandingos. As far as I know,
That's right.
there's only one walking around.
In the world.
So now I gotta get you. You fuck. LearnVest is an online financial advice company focused on empowering people nationwide to make smart decisions with their money. If you want to know how to aggressively pay down your student loans, LearnVest can help you with that. If you want to know how much you should put aside for saving or contribute to your retirement account, they're on that too. They'll create a custom financial plan, plus they'll pair you with a financial planner to help keep you on track and to help keep your money in your pocket where you want it. To see a simple plan and get a $50 credit, go to learnvest.com/Rapaport, LEARNVEST.com/Rapaport. Trust me, this is a great way to help start saving and planning smartly with your money. Go to learnvest.com. Do you know that now they're trying to restrict because of the superheroes and the Elmos fighting, and there was a Easter Bunny fighting in a mall in Jersey.
I heard about that.
I like when they fight. I think it's good. These guys are in these hot costumes, getting nickels and dimes,
Right.
getting taunted. Of course they're gonna fight each other.
Yeah, that's part of the fucking mall experience.
That's the thing. If Elmo wants to fucking fight Spider-Man, let the best man win.
Word.
I have no problem with it. And now Times Square, because of all the craziness with the naked cowboys and the Elmos beefing, they got raggedy ass Elmos out there.
You know
raggedy.
why? You know why all that shit is happening? Because they want to go back to the days of yesteryear when Times Square was Times Square.
A zoo.
Where if you came to New York City as a tourist, ain't nothing in Times Square where no tourism. Ain't no Empire State Building. Times Square was seedy.
Yeah, it was
that was the lure. When you come there, you want to see show world.
Right.
Go in there and see the women with their ass up in the air. Because you in some little one-like town in Wisconsin. And you come to New York, you're like, oh my God, this city doesn't close.
Right.
And the women got
the
their ass
glory
out
hole.
all
You
night.
know what a glory hole is?
Oh, shit, yeah.
What is that?
Where it's a hole.
Poke your loaf. We should reopen it and call a loaf in the wall.
But see, that glory hole shit is, see, I'm not with all that. Because,
you don't know what's on the other side.
right, I'm not sticking my loaf in nothing.
I never did.
Because a motherfucker could chop it.
Yeah. That's true. All loaves matter. All loaves matter.
And then how you going to go to the cops?
Right. Where were you? Well,
I stuck my loaf in Dunkin' Donuts bathroom.
Right, I didn't know what was on the other side.
So I'm not with all that.
But that was the lure.
The deuce As we know it.
Let's tell the story. 1987,
Yes.
the spring of 1987, me and G. Monetti
Ventured.
walking down 42nd. We were on 7th Avenue, heading towards 8th Avenue.
The Deuce.
And who did we walk past in a red sweatsuit?
Fila suit.
A Fila suit. Gold
With a
chain.
headband.
He had
A white Fila headband.
and gauze over his eye because his shit was cut.
He got hemmed up.
A white Fila suit, no shirt, and a chain, diddy bopping. Not even a diddy bop, like walking like
All right, Brownsville Gate.
Mike Tyson.
Yes.
He was on a date. That's where you would go to walk around. It was like going to like a safari.
That's right.
You didn't know what could happen, even for the great, tough Mike Tyson. We saw him walking down. We were like, oh, shit. This is when he first came out. I don't even think he was champion yet.
Yeah, he was
He
champ.
wasn't champion.
No, he was champ because Kid Dynamite was 86 on Sports Illustrated cover.
Right. But he just didn't have him. Like, it was like he wasn't. He hadn't exploded.
Right.
It
He wasn't famous.
Right. Right. It was more boxing centric.
Yep. We saw him.
All sorts of stuff on Times. And we're not Mr. Times Square because we're not that old. Okay, but we even in our time in the 80s,
We the last Mohegans from that.
If Elmo wants to fight the Dark Knight out there, let him go. That's good for business out there. I drove through Times Square the other day in a cab, and I was like, "This is hell on earth." No one would want to. Why would you? I guess if you're from another country or another state, that would be some sort of fun.
Yeah.
But I tell people, do not venture over there for any. There's nothing over there unless you have kids.
Yeah.
And even your kids, it's frightening. You could lose a child so easily over there.
Hell yeah.
It's a fucking nut house over there.
Disneyland, New York.
Yeah, it's terrible.
But we had it great.
We had it great. All sorts of stuff over there.
Hell yeah. Seedy.
I don't know. It's not easy being the best.
But we are.
Somebody asked me the other day, how do you and Moody do it? I said, we've been doing it since 82.
Right.
What kind of a dumb question is that?
Right. We just
How do
didn't
we
have
do
the
it?
mics.
We do it raw dog, without a bag.
It's easy. What you hear is easy, B.
It ain't nothing. It ain't nothing like hip-hop music.
Word.
You
That's
like
a Sonic.
it because we use it?
Let's talk about hip hop bands. Let's go through this shit. Stetson Sonic is the original hip hop band.
Yes. They were a great group.
Daddy-O.
Yes.
Wise. MC Delight. Fruit Quan. Stetson Sonic is the original hip hop band. And then you got the Roots, and then you got Digital Underground.
Yep. Digital came before the Roots. Yo, I remember being in
Daddy-O.
in Latin Quarters up in there with Daddy-O when he was Daddy-O from Stetson Sonic.
That's right.
Stetson Sonic had it it had shit. Yo,
pumping.
they had it going. That Go Brooklyn shit.
Oh, man. Classic.
And I know that song and that record, let me make sure I get this right. I'm pretty sure that Bob Powers, who mixed a lot of records, but his name became famous on the Tribe Records because
with Q-Tip.
Yeah, Bob Powers, you there?
Low End Theory, yeah.
And I think he did the first record. Maybe he might have done the first record, but they were influenced and inspired by the sound of Stetson Sonic. Prince Paul was in
Really?
Stetson.
Is that
yeah,
right?
yes. And that was something that got left out of the Beats, Rhymes, and Life, the Travels of a Tribe Called Quest. But Bob Powers was the engineer, and he the mixer, the engineer.
Engineer. That's who you need to get.
Oh, he'd be great. He'd be great. I have a great interview with him. There's so much shit from making that movie, and we had a full interview with him. Right. He would be great. He's got stories up the ass. And we need to get Bob. That's what we got to get.
Bob Power.
That's what we got to get on the podcast. But Stetson Sonic was influential, and the sound of that record was influential, and that group, like I don't know, like why they didn't, like so many times these groups, like they didn't follow up, and I know like the business, it was sort of like dudes were just doing it. It was so pure. There was so not an agenda.
Right.
It was so unforeseen. I mean, Like the terrain was
The horizon. You don't know what.
You didn't know what was there. Like dudes were just making the music. It was coming from such a pure place.
Right.
And then obviously probably after the success of the first album, and that's a band, a lot of people involved, probably money and all that shit. Right. But Stetsasonic was that shit.
The first hip hop band.
Yeah, they were killing it.
Yeah. Stetson.
People used to go nuts. Dan.
Beatbox. Daddy-O.
Fruquan. I remember I seen Fruquan coming out of the A train on West 4th Street. I was like, oh shit.
MC Delight. Remember we saw MC Delight?
Yeah, and
West 4th.
All the time I would be in the club. Like I don't know how old Daddy-O is, but he seemed like he was a grown man.
Right.
I'd see him in Latin Quarters.
He from Brownsville.
And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. East New York, Brownsville.
Revisit Stetsasonic. And
Word
we need
up.
to get Bob Powers on this podcast, the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast, because as much as the great...
He's part of hip-hop.
Oh, man.
Lore.
He did a lot of shit.
You know why? You know why he's part of it?
Not only did he do hip-hop, he just done
everything. The sound of that low-end theory, right? And how clear and how popping the snare drums are is a testament to the engineer
Right.
to articulate Q-Tip's thought.
The whole group.
Because Bob Powell doesn't know how you want that snare to sound.
Right.
Q-Tip has to tell Bob Powell, listen, that 808 has to pump and that snare drum has to pop.
And that snare popping, I'm pretty sure it was I'm almost 100% sure it was Stetsa. They inspired that record.
Right.
They inspired Tribe. They inspired Ali. They inspired Q-Tip. They inspired them.
So Bob Powell is part of hip-hop culture.
Yeah. If there was some sort of hip-hop Hall of Fame,
he's in there.
he's in there.
Yeah, of course. The engineer.
And
makes that
we're
sound.
going to continue talking about all this shit. The same way the older people talk about Van Halen and all the... I know 2 or 3 Van Halen songs.
Jump.
Me personally, I could give a shit about Van Halen. I know they're fantastic. I know Eddie Van Halen is a virtuoso.
Right.
I could give a shit, though. I don't relate to that music.
Right.
This is
We
the
grew up
music
on
that
our shit.
We grew up on our shit.
Yeah. Sparky D.
Stetsa,
Howie T.
Ice-T, Just Ice. Just Ice was that dude.
Steezo E.
Lakim Shabazz,
Ill Town.
X-Clan,
Queen La.
all of it. We're going to keep on going.
Cool J.
Of course.
Rakim.
Of course. All right, we're done. This is the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. Coming live and direct. We're going to be at the Crestwood Theater. Tickets are still available, but I'm telling you, they're going fast. All True Romance, everything tonight. You could smoke. You could drink in the theater. Okay? I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it, but I'm not saying it.
You doing that?
You can smoke, yeah.
Do the pimp shit.
You can talk about shit, yeah.
Mama said you can come to the theater.
Smoke that shit in the motherfucking theater. I love watching games and movies at home with my new kegerator. While we podcast, we always have some fresh beer and wine on tap with my personal kegerator. The kegerator dispenses draft beer and keeps it chilled, turning your office, garage, game room, or man cave into a brewery or bar equivalent. It's affordable, high-end, looks great. Even the woman in your life won't object to it. Beer stays fresh for up to 90 days. That's 3 months. Dual tap so you could have 2 kinds of beers and drinks. You could use cold brew coffee, wine, and even cocktails. Dual taps, that's 2 sides of the kegerator. So a guy and the woman in his life can get what they want. Everybody's happy. So many sports events coming up, March Madness, baseball, NBA playoffs. It's not too late to get a kegerator delivered in a couple of days. Save 20% off my favorite kegerator, plus receive 4 premium pint glasses at kegerator.com. Free shipping. This is an incredible deal just for my listeners, but only if you use my code Rapaport, RAPAPORT. Just go to kegerator.com. That's kegerator.com. Click on the microphone at the top and enter the code Rapaport, RAPAPORT. Don't wait, this is an amazing offer, and it'll only be for my listeners. Trust me, me and G Monetti are loving the kegerator, and you will too. Yo.
What's the deal?
How are we going to do this one?
We are going to do it like we're supposed to do it. Full Iverson.
Full Iverson. Oh, that's how we're going to do this one?
No script, no notes. We always have no notes. But we didn't collaborate. We didn't talk to each other about anything.
Full Iverson.
That's what that means.
And tonight, in Westwood, California, I'm going live and direct. Moody couldn't make it out for this one.
Yeah.
Couldn't make the flight. All true romance, live music, free shit. Anything goes in this theater.
Crest.
The Crestwood Theater in Westwood, California.
Who are friends?
They are our friends. We're screening true romance, live music, all sorts of giveaways, T-shirts, all that sort of stuff. I'm going to be there with Toby Morse from the group H2O. Packed house. I think it might be sold out.
I heard. I saw it online.
It might be sold out at the Crestwood Theater in Westwood, California. It's going down. We're screening the movie. We're live podcasting. You can smoke that dick, Richie.
Mm-hmm.
You can smoke that, Superboy. And we're going in there. We're doing it. It's going to be a fantastic night.
That's right.
This is the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast coming live and direct from the Gloom Tomb. All right.
What you got, brother?
Final four this weekend.
Yeah.
You know, I've never really liked this guy because I feel like he thinks his shit doesn't stink. I can't say his last name. I don't know how to pronounce it. But he's another one of these slick-talking college coaches who thinks who he is. This Gino Amanara.
Oriyama or some
No,
shit.
he's not Asian.
Or Oriyama.
No, Umanara?
I don't know. Gino.
He's the coach of the Connecticut basketball team, which is won 263 games in a row.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there like,
yeah.
Another one of these used car salesmen, snake in the grass.
Right. You blowing all these.
You think who you are. You're beating these teams by 60 points. And earlier in the week, he was talking about how, and Tiger Woods. Listen, dude. And then he said because he goes, the fans, they don't want to watch you blow the teams out by 60 points. And he's like, don't watch.
Arrogance.
Yeah. I don't think you're that good of a coach.
Right. Word up.
I think that you have a team there that's blowing teams out, and now there's a legacy, and it's sort of all the best female basketball players go there, and now you think that you're that dude.
Right.
But if you're saying that you're just so great that in the most competitive women's college basketball tournament, you're beating teams by 60 points, and that's normal.
Right. That's not competitive.
No, that's not competitive. Something isn't right. And it's not you, Gino. What's his name? Okayama?
Oriyama. Some ill shit.
But I feel like you're saying it like it's like he's Asian. He's not Asian. He's Italian.
Yeah.
And why are all these slick talking, wise ass college basketball coaches Italian?
Right.
I don't associate Italians with basketball. Do you? Calipari, Patino, and Oriyama from Connecticut girls basketball.
Are they the players?
No, but it's just coincidence or not that there's a lot of really good, high-profile, high-level college basketball coaches that are Paisan.
Right.
And what's up with Johnny Manziel? Is this guy on crack or dust?
He may be a cluckhead. He may be a strawberry.
What is that?
I heard
What's a strawberry?
I heard West Coast terminology. A strawberry is a crackhead, I think. Please correct me if I'm
I thought a strawberry was like some sort of a new hooker. Like a new hooker, like you want to get that strawberry.
Well, I like hip hop slang.
So you're gonna just call him a strawberry?
I'm gonna call him a fucking strawberry. until I'm corrected.
Okay.
He's a strawberry.
He's stupid. He's dumb. Manziel's dumb.
Manziel got oil money. He don't give a fuck about no football.
Yeah, he gives a fuck about football.
No, he don't.
Yes, he does.
His pop said, just come work for me.
His pop.
Jerry Jones said, I know him. I know your dad. You ain't got to play no football.
And to think that I was behind this guy for a minute.
Johnny Manziel
He's got a problem.
In
Prison.
prison.
Something bad is gonna happen.
He beat his girl's ass, and the Texas cops dropped the case. They said, we don't need to prosecute. Now, T-Sizzle,
Who's that?
Terrell Suggs
Oh, Sizzy.
of the Baltimore Ravens, ran into a wall with his car, and they ready to prosecute his ass.
And all he did was hurt himself?
All he did was
Yeah, man.
ran into a wall in a Walmart parking lot.
Jesus.
And they said, you got to go to jail for that.
Is that why he looks the way he looks?
How T-Sizzle look?
Sizzle's face is... I fuck with Terrell Suggs.
Now, he got the razor bump problem.
No, it's not the...
From the
it's
black
his,
people,
it's his
man.
mouth. He looked like he needs to get his furniture pushed in. He's got like swollen teeth. His teeth are like
He gotta fucking put his teeth down. Like,
Yeah, he gotta,
put
like,
some alcohol on his
push
shit.
them back. They don't look right. His whole mouth set. His whole...
T-Sizzle was in the Hooskow, man.
Well, listen, man. These guys act crazy, and that's what happens.
CTE.
He don't have no CTE. Johnny Manziel doesn't have CTE.
Oh, he didn't get hit enough to have that. But they are linking, and Jerry Jones on some sucker shit in Dallas, saying CTE has no connection with football.
Well, listen.
Yeah, if I was a business owner and an owner of the Cowboys, hell yeah, I would say that.
Let me tell you
What
something.
the hell you mean?
Hey, dudes want to play football, then
You know the risk.
You know the risk. I don't think that you should be able to get cut from the NFL like the great Arian Foster said on this I Am Rapaport Stereo
he got
podcast.
cut too.
Released. But he had guaranteed money because he's Arian Foster. But the majority of the dudes don't have that.
I think you got him released, Rapaport.
You think him doing the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast?
Because he divulged a lot. He said he don't even watch football. If you the coach, you hear that, what you gonna say? You the coach, Rap.
You think that I'm the reason why it was...
I think it's you.
Fuck you, man.
You fucked Arian Foster.
Nah, he
up.
wanted to get out of Texas anyway, man. With the Houston Texans.
Yo, Foster, come to the fucking Jets.
We'll take you. You'll be great in New York.
And Cromartie,
Yeah, Antonio Cromartie's got 14 kids.
12 or 10. Or,
He's the one who was famous for being on HBO Hard Knocks and didn't know all his kids' names.
Jesus Christ.
Shit.
And he was on some publication flossing all of his cars.
His baby mamas are going to come after those cars soon.
A Rolls Royce, a Porsche, or this or that. Didn't you learn from Vin Baker? Vin Baker is in Starbucks
Right now.
He had
In Hartford.
$100 million contract,
In Hartford.
and you didn't have nowhere near that.
Man.
And you out here flossing 10 cars. Vin Baker never flossed 10 cars. And where he at?
Star Bizzle. He's in Star Bizzle.
And Howard Schultz, you're from Canarsie, Brooklyn. Please get that man out of that place.
Please, man, give him. You know, I really want to get Vin Baker on here because I know his story is just crazy. His life is crazy. He's not even 40 years old. He's had a crazy life
Word.
in the NBA. I loved Vin Baker when he was in Seattle. He was with the Knicks, right?
Yes. With Sam Cassell in Milwaukee.
Yeah, he's such a good player. I don't know. We got to get Vin Baker on here. We got to get Vin Baker. We got to get Latrell Sprewell. We got to get Allen Iverson.
Victor Cruz.
Victor Cruz. We want you on the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast.
We want to learn how to salsa.
Yeah, well, I want salsa lessons. And then while you're doing your training for training camp, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna work out with you and see what it's like.
I want to see you in comparison to the hot yoga that you do in Los Angeles.
With Victor Cruz.
Yeah. See if it equates.
Yeah. If my workout equates to what Victor Cruz does.
For sure.
Yeah. That'll look fucking nuts. I'm going to start periscoping my workouts because that's comedic material I don't need to write. That's like comedic gold that like if I was thinking that the other day. It's like if the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast fans could be with me during the workout and see what I look like and see, I don't understand why I'm the only one grunting and groaning in the class. I feel like everyone else in there thinks they're too cool to make a noise or to grunt and groan or fuck or curse or do something. I'm the only one. I'm the only one, and I'm not even working the hardest. That's the crazy thing. I think that like people like it's not PC to make noise. I don't get it.
Make that Moses Malone shit.
Yeah, I'm in there like shit.
Give me that board.
Yeah,
Fuck all that.
yeah. Make the call, ref.
Yeah. Shit.
This is the Iron Rapaport podcast, and we're out.